Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Nandini and I scored 632 out of 720 in my NEET 2024 examination, and currently I'm preparing for NEET 2025. I gave my CBSE Class 12 board examination in 2023, and in that I scored 95 out of 100 in my physics paper. So, after a lot of requests from your side, I'm just so overwhelmed that I cannot just express myself that how, happy and satisfied I am with your response about that chemistry wala video. In that, I told you all that how did I score 195 out of 100 in my chemistry boards paper. So you all requested for the strategy of physics, so here I am on your request with my tips and tricks to ace the examination of physics. Okay, and I here will try to be genuine as possible and as truthful as possible, and I'll tell you point to point that what did I exactly do to get 95 out of 100 out in physics, and at whatever level of your preparation you are currently, and at whichever time you're watching the video, it will definitely and certainly help you to boost your score or to get to a certain level that you can pass your examination with a very good marks. So without wastage of any further time, let's get into the video. So just a brief about myself. So I scored 95 out of 100 in my CBSE board examinations of class 12th 2023. I also scored 98.07 percentile in my NEET 2024 physics section. I also scored 98.26 percentile in JEE Mains 2024 Session 2, and I also scored 141 out of 200 in my CUET 2024 examination. So this was a brief about myself. So without any further wastage, let's get into the video. So here I'll be analyzing my physics boards paper along with the PYQ book which I practiced, and along with the PYQ of NEET, for which I dependent for MCQ practice. I was dependent on this book. Okay, so it was one of the books from which I practiced my MCQs, and for theory and everything else I practiced my questions from this book, which is the previous year book from OSWAL. And this is not a sponsored video at all, so just keep it aside. So I'll be analyzing the paper further in the video, so just stay connected and let's begin. So first of all, again, as I would say that even if, like, at whichever stage of your preparation you are, you should definitely go for the PYQs very firstly. I mean, like, if you are beginning with your preparation, then the first thing which you should do is your PYQs. Okay, so here I have with my my PYQ book which I solved. So I'll just open it in front of you, how you need to solve it, because again, you are writing boards ka paper. It is not JEE or NEET or any MCQ based. You need to be very thorough with your presentation skills and your writing skills. Okay, so here you will get to know that how do you need to write your answer. Basically, even if you have the knowledge and you don't know how to present it, then it's, for boards it is of no use, we can say that. Although you have knowledge, but you need to know how to present it to gain marks. Again, you are concerned with marks, right? So for that, what do you need to do? Okay, so here we will see this book helped me a lot. Like, this is a lifesaver, I tell you, because at the end most of the people are concerned with their competitive exams, so they do not pay much attention to their board exams. But I tell you this secret of mine. I also was concerned with my competitive exam only, but this secret of mine just made me score 95 out of 100 in physics paper. In just I think that I prepared it in 1 week, I guess. I just in 1 week, see, I had the content, and I had the idea of the chapters and everything, because I was thorough with my MCQ practice, but I did not know how to write it. So for that, this is a boon. And even if you are not good with your competitive exam and you're not preparing for that, and you're just concerned with your board examination, then also this is a lifesaver, I tell you. So here you see they give you that how you need to present your answer, and wherever graph is needed, and how you need to underline your answer, and how you need to present it in front of the examiner. Okay, so here you can see. So for example, electric charges and field, electrostats ka. Okay, so you will, and again in this book the certain mind maps are also given, so you can revise your whole physics paper for physics syllabus in just one day before the examination. So this mind map also is helpful a lot. But see, CBSE marking sim 2017. Okay, Here the questions are given and accordingly the answers are given. So just when you are starting your preparation, just go with the pyqs at first. This is the very very basic and very very fundamental thing which you need to practice. Okay, so yeah, this is the book. Okay, so I practiced it, and you can also do that, and it was just like you will yourself see that how what a miracle will happen when you will be solving your board exam wala paper in your examination center. You will just resonate that most of the questions are repeated from the pyqs around the same topic, around the same pattern. So yeah, this I'm telling you will help you a lot. So this was all about pyqs. Now next thing is that many a times what happen is that we are not complete with our syllabus only. So the thing is key for physics theory portion, you need to be thorough with your content also, right? So if you have less time left with you, then you should go to one shot videos, I am telling you, because you not need to be very much, you need not go in very much detail for your physics boards paper. So if you have just surface level idea about topics, then you will be able to solve questions in your boards paper, because that is not a do or die situation that you will get mark or you will not get marks. That is not the case. You may get half marks also, right? So you just need to have a little bit of idea about everything. So for that you should refer to one shot videos that are very helpful, I tell you. So that is one thing. Then the biggest nightmare to the students of class 12 board is that derivations. Didi, what do we do with the derivations? Because everybody face problem with that, because the ones who are concerned with the competitive exams, they also face a lot of issue with derivations, and the ones who are preparing only for board exams, they are also very concerned with the derivation, that what do we need to do. So I'll show you guys my paper, that how did I do the paper, and in that also derivations were asked and how did I attempt them. I'll show you in later. But for derivations, what you need to do is now that you see, again I'm telling you, when you will analyze the pyqs now, then you will get to know that there are certain derivations which are asked every year, almost like 1 or 2 year gap, they are asked every alternate years. So you need to be very specific for that derivations first, and after that you can just once or twice view the derivations, and in the examination you can just even if you have idea also, no, then you'll start writing initially, then you just will recall the derivation, but you need to see it once. Okay, so this is not the thing that you are watching this video one day before physics exam. So for that, so again I'll say that only go with the pyqs. But again, if you have time like 1 week or 15 days, then for derivations you can do one thing, that just take out all the chapters. Like here you'll have the content, like see here, all the chapters are given. Okay, so I have all the chapters with me, I have all the chapters. So what I'll do, that I'll just take up all the derivation and write it in one copy, and then I'll revise that copy only, and in the exams you'll be able to write it. Okay, even if you have some idea about the derivation, then you will be able to recall it in the exam center. That happens. So yeah, so derivations, what you need to do is to make another copy and write all the derivations chapter wise, and then just revise it again and again. Another thing which is very useful in physics theory paper of board exam is formula sheet. You need to have formula sheet. Even if you don't have time for that, then you can go with the mind maps, which are also available on different Telegram channels and different websites online. But if you have your own, then that is best. Yeah, so if you have time, then do make yours formula sheet. That will really help you to boost your score. Okay, one day before the exam you cannot revise your whole syllabus means in detail, so you need to have formula sheets that will really help you enhance your score in the physics board exam. Then the next thing is that in physics you may need to draw diagrams or label the diagrams. Okay, so for that too you need to use pencil. I tell you, do not use pen. Write like always use pencil for that, and try to do all the labelings at one side. That this also I learned from one of my teacher, and she told me that it becomes very easy for the examiner to just correct the labeling and give you the marks. Okay, because you're not going to get your paper after correction. That if you go for re-evaluation, that too is another thing, but you are not going to get your paper right. So you need to be very specific and very careful for in writing your examination paper answer sheet. So try to use pencil wherever required to underline or to draw anything. And in physics you cannot beat around the bush, you need to be specific. Okay, you cannot just blabber around things and write anything and just fill up the paper. That cannot happen. Again, it is a scientific subject, you all are very much aware with that. So you cannot just beat around the bush in physics paper, you will get nothing, I tell you, and even the examiner will get frustrated. So just you need to have even if you have a little idea, then you should inculcate it in your paper, because there is no negative marking obviously. So if you have small ideas, then also you can put it up on your answer sheet. But if you don't know the things, so just don't go writing anything unnecessary that really irritates the examiner. Now next thing is that, again, attempt all the questions. Okay, even if you do not know the answer, and if you do not get to your answer, then also try to write the at least working or anything, because that also will give you marks. Okay, so you just need not leave any question. I would suggest that if you don't know the answer, then though there you can't do anything. But if you are just a little bit confused, or a blur memory is there for that question, so you should attempt the question, because there is no negative marking. That is a boon. So why not attempt the question? You may get marks. Okay, so this was all about the strategy, that what you should do and not. Again, regarding NCERT, I personally did not read NCERT of 12th, both the parts. I did not read. I'm being very honest. I did not read the book of NCERT, and I even did not solve the back side question, because they are a kind of high level question. I think that because a lot of calculation is there, so I did not have that much time. I'm really being honest. So I preferred this PYQ book, and it saved me and helped me score 95, and that was enough for me. So for you also, if you want to score 95 plus, first of all, so you need to be thorough with the PYQs. If you get time, then you might study NCERT. That also will be a knowledge booster for you all. So there is no harm in studying. But if you do not have time, then just go with the PYQs. I did the same. I did not study NCERT physics part 1 and part 2. So yeah, that was all about the strategy. Okay, now analyzing my physics paper of theory paper of 2023 year. So it was of 70 marks. I'll tell you that how you need to attempt yours. Okay, so first of all, again, this you need to general instructions, you have to read it, because many times what happen is that students just forget that how much marks the question is carrying, and they end up writing unnecessarily. Like, if I give you an example, that if the question is of 2 marks each, then you have to write accordingly. Now you cannot write 1 page for this 2 marks question. So the thing that, like, I think that CBSE also uploads sample paper on their website for your examination. So I'll suggest you all to first just visit the website and download a sample paper. Then you'll get to know that how many sections the question paper will comprise, and how many questions will be there, and what will be the marks distribution. So you'll get a thorough idea of what is going to happen. Okay, and see here again, the values of certain constants are given. So this is also a very helpful. So you cannot just neglect this paper and jump onto the main question part. So 35 questions were there, and I'll tell you that attempt the question paper in sequence, either from section A or from section E. Do not go from section B to D, then A to C, and then E. That really frustrates the teacher, I mean the examiner, because they are already correcting so many copies, and they are in a habit of correcting this in a sequence, right? They're also in a habit of correcting in a sequence. So if you do like this, jumble the sequence, then they'll get really terrified, and also it will be a hectic task for them. So do not do that. Either attempt from section A or section E, EDCBA or ABCDE, that you can do. Okay, so okay, and then again, read this. There is no overall choice. However, an internal choice has been provided in 2 questions in section B, 2 questions in section C, and 2 in D and 2 in E. See, what does this mean? That you'll get to know further when I analyze the question paper. Then I'll tell you guys that what does this mean. There is no overall choice. Mark the word, no overall choice. Okay, I'll tell you what does that mean. So again, this paper was in Hindi and English both. Okay, so this was my paper. You can see this is MCQ based question. I guess 18 questions were MCQ based. So the ones who are very thorough with their competitive exams, so they'll face no problem. But the ones who are only preparing for board examination also, the questions were of a certain level that you will be able to solve them. Okay, there were assertion reason also, I guess. There were assertion reason questions also. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, assertion reason question. Please read the options carefully. It might happen that this knot will go this side and this will come this side. So please be careful with that. Do not mess your paper by these small mistakes. So these were MCQ based questions, 18 questions I guess. So these were pretty easy questions, so you'll be able to solve it. And yeah, 1 mark each they are carrying. So 16 to 18 there are assertion reason questions, and they are pretty easy, so you'll be able to do that. Now again, coming back to section B. So whenever you are switching your sections in your paper, then try to incorporate this in your answer sheet, that write section B, question 19 answer, like this you should write. Okay, section B you can write with a pencil, that is advised to. You can also use your pen, but for underlining anything or for highlighting anything or any other thing, apart from your answer writing, any other thing which you are doing, you should use a pencil only. Black pen I won't suggest. Okay, pencil is the best. So as I said, you like question 19 answer, and then start writing. Okay, section B. Okay, now again this or is given, so you can attempt any of these. Like in question number 20, you can attempt either A or either B. Or is given. So for that, what you need to do is that question number 20 answer, and just here beside this write or. So the examiner will get an idea, and like he'll really be he or she will really be happy that you have written or. So this makes a little bit easier for them to recognize that okay, or portion has been started. Okay, so you can do this thing, that write or and then start your writing your answer. Again here or is given, so you should write like question number 23 B, or or you can write here. So then again attempt your question. So here you can see that these are carrying 2 marks each, and again you will see that even if this is carrying a 2 marks, even if this is carrying 2 marks, then also it is divided. See 1 and 2, so this will comprise 1 mark and this will comprise 1 mark. So even if you don't know the answer for this part, attempt this part. Now you will get 1 mark. So why not do that? Because there is no negative marking, so there is no harm in attempting the questions. Okay, so just read the question very carefully. See here again, identify the electromagnetic radiation and directed wavelength range which is used to kill germs in water purifier. Name the 2 sources of these radiations. So again, this is of 2 marks, which means that half and half is for 2 sources, and 1 mark, like again identifying gives half marks, and writing its wavelength range gives you half marks, and these 2 give you half marks. See, you can see the pattern of marks distribution. Okay, so this is how CBSE tricks our mind. So there are there is a lot of way to gain marks. Okay, even if you don't know the answer for one question, you should split it, because the question is already splitted. So you should split the answers and write whatever you know, but it should be it should not be out of the box or out of the league only, that anything you are writing. So that is not the point to write. Okay, so be careful with that. Again, there are graph based questions, and then mutual induction. Again, this is for 2 marks. So here 1 mark for this and 1 mark for this. So there are various points and various ways in which you can gain marks and just fill your basket of marks. So do that. Again, section C is being switched, so you should write section C in your answer sheet, underline it, and then begin with question number 26. Okay, and if you're attempting the or, then or and then answer B, then again you should write it. Okay, so yeah, this was it. Now now section C is of 3 marks. So you again can see that there are marks distribution. Okay, so it can never happen. I don't think that analyzing the paper, I guess you are or also seeing this, that there is nothing like only one question is comprising of 3 marks. I mean, this question is comprising of 3 marks, but there is distribution of marks. So why not attempt whatever you know? That will be a life savior for you all. I tell you, if you do not know the answer for one part, then just switch to another part, that will give you marks. So this is all about section C. Now section D starts, 5 marks each. Again, or is written over here, so be very careful with the things. People, like students, ignore such small things and they end up getting less marks. So be very careful for all these things. These are the tricks, the tips which you need to know. You cannot just skip this or. If you are not paying attention to this or, then you will be okay, I have to attempt only this only. So means that will means that's not good. You have to read the question very carefully. Okay, and even if what if you do not know the answer to this and you know the answer to this but you did not see this, so why do that? Okay, so please read the question paper very carefully. And again, internal choices are there, so that is another benefit which makes the question very easy, and whatever you are comfortable with, you can attempt the question. Okay, so moving forward to question number, I'm in section E. Okay, so case study based questions are there. So I do not think that these paragraphs are of any use, because you need to have prior knowledge to answer the questions. Okay, so don't just I did not read this. If I remember it, then I did not read. I just jumped to the questions and started solving it. Again, or is given with this. Again, be careful. Do not get confused that this whole is given or with this whole. No, it's not like that. Or is given between these two. So be careful with that, because people tend to ignore this and they end up getting less marks. So you have to be very careful and precise while you are answering your answer sheet, and you also need to keep in mind the time, because again time is running out. So you have to be very careful with that. You need to draw diagrams also, you need to do derivation also. So from the beginning only you need to be swift. Okay, so that time is left at the end, because at the end of the time is not left. Now you will end up missing 5 marks questions. So that will to be a, what I should say, that will be the worst nightmare for the students, that they just end up missing the 5 marks question. So you need to have time in your hand. Okay, again, or is here, so you need to compulsorily attempt these two, and then internal choices have been provided in these two questions. Okay, so this was end of the paper. So again, there is no need of reading this. Nothing you will get to interpret from this regarding the questions. You have to have a prior knowledge. Okay, and I have personally seen this, that there are derivations from optics. Again, see here, ray diagram. So I think that there are certain derivations from optics every year. So optics ka derivations ke liye you have to be very precise, and please prepare it very well. Even if you haven't done any derivation, then go for the optics wala derivation. That will surely save you, if I'm not wrong, because I have personally seen this, that there are multiple times that derivations are asked from the optics portion. So this was a brief analyzation of my question paper, in which I scored 95 out of 100. And I hope that you will also come out with flying colors. And if you find this video helpful, then do like, share and subscribe my channel. And really subscribing my channel really motivates me to make further videos, because again I myself have to prepare for exam, but I really like doing YouTube. So why not share it with you all guys? So if you find this helpful, then do like it, share it, subscribe and comment. I'll try to personally answer all the comments. And I really like to interact with you all guys. It really makes me happy. So I hope that this video was helpful for you all, and you gained some knowledge. And what else, just go and rock your paper, and don't get panicked. Okay, you will end up getting good marks, and it is easy to get marks in your board examinations. I tell you, just do not panic. Take care of the time, take care of the presentation skills, try to underline all the key points in your exams, because again physics is a very scientific subject. You cannot just fill up the paper, and whatever you are writing, the key words should be underlined. Okay, try to keep the paper as neat and clean as possible. Do not scribble, and do not just keep on cutting and writing. That really irritates the examiner. Okay, just keep yourself at the place of examiner. Now you also will get frustrated seeing the paper like that. So do not do that. Okay, and just pay attention to the questions, see and read carefully and properly what the question is asking. Okay, and then answer accordingly. So people tend to do that question is asking something else, and they end up writing something else. So do not do that. Read the questions very carefully, and take care of the time, and eventually you will get good marks. Okay, so try to follow the techniques and the strategy which I told you. So I showed you this paper, this book, and I'll also show you my MCQ practicing book. I practiced MCQ from this. So this is the 11th section. I'll jump to the 12th one. So yeah, I used to practice MCQ from this book. Very helpful for NEET. I was preparing now, so this book is really helpful. So I had practiced MCQ from this, and this was sufficient for me to get the questions of my board exam also. So for MCQ practice, you can prefer the previous year questions of NEET or JEE, whatever you are preparing for. So I hope that you find the video helpful. I hope that the video did not stretch too much, and if you found this helpful, then do like it, share and subscribe it, and take care of yourself, and you'll end up getting good marks. Just keep studying, keep hustling hard, and meet you soon in the next video. Thank you.